Good day, my friends. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic and feeling mighty groovy on this Tuesday, January the 6th of 2026. It's a pretty groovy day. I feel lots of grooviness in the air today. There's an abundance of grooviness actually. We have what's known as groove abundance today. And Reese is here, Mr. Toe of the Joe, and Kirk is here. And here's Johnny. And he is the one who inspired this topic today. He sent me an email and said, hey, why don't you talk about this? And I said, you know what? I haven't talked about that in a while. Let's do that. So Johnny is the reason we're going to talk about this today. It was his idea. So thank you, Johnny, for your suggestion. Ex Gorg is here. Pretty Marie, and she's not even high. So this is good. We're glad that you're not even high, Pretty Marie. Journal, found my journal, lost my journal. I think someone took it. No clue. Okay, so don't panic yet. You might find it. So just relax. You might find it. And if you don't, I mean, it's a thing. Things are never, ever, ever worth getting upset about. I mean, even I had a beautiful acoustic guitar one time sitting in a chair, and my cats were playing. They ran up on the chair, they knocked it over and busted the neck right off of it. It was a beautiful acoustic too. And I just looked at it and I had to realize, okay, it's stuff. And I just calmed right down and no, I just picked it up and threw it away. So stuff is just stuff. The only thing that matters is your cats, the people you love, and the Lord, of course. That's all that matters. So stuff, yeah, I know it's not great to lose it. I wouldn't want to lose my laptop. I mean, it would suck. I'd have to go and pay all that money to buy another one. It definitely sucks, but it's just stuff. Definitely never worth getting upset about. But I do hope you find it. Michelle is here. Loretta is here. Let's see who else is here. This thing just jumped on me. Mies Machine is here. Victorious in Christ our Lord. My main man, Jersey City Joe, is here. Mr. Tojo took care of the drum roll right on. Christopher is here. God bless you too, my friend. Al Massey and Marie Louise. And Cindy is here. Save Through Christ is here. David Fair is here. Alana is here. I don't know if I missed anybody. I probably did because this thing jumps on me. Victorious in Christ our Lord. I think I said that one. So if I missed you, we're going to blame it on YouTube because it makes the thing jump on me and it skips over a whole bunch of people. I don't know why it does that. YouTube, I think they sat around and they're like, okay, I need all my technicians to pay attention. We need YouTube to be as annoying as possible. What can you do? Well, we get some ideas here. We can make YouTube pretty annoying. We could probably make people want to pull their hair right out of their heads. Get on it right now. And that's what happened. That's what they did. They do not want it to be a totally pleasant experience. They literally use psychology where they want you to be a little bit stressed out when you're using their platforms, right? They don't want everything to go your way. They want you to be frustrated to a point. There's just a certain degree of it. And boy, YouTube's good at it. They got all kinds of little glitches to make you annoyed. They love doing that. They absolutely love doing that. That's why I'm going bald. No, it's probably a spiritual problem making you go bald. But it's probably a spiritual issue that you could halt if you get yourself spiritually right. That's always what the plan is. Oh, yes, Grace, I know for sure. I know that's what they do. There's a certain degree of frustration they want you to experience when you're using their platform. It's true. Totally true. It's deep psychology. They don't think any of us are smart enough to understand that, but that's not true either. They're wrong about that. They're wrong about that. Battling doubt might be wrong, but just lean into Christ. Everyone here is a testament to his love and existence. Sandro, you are so... What's the word I'm even looking for? Sandro, you're a special one. That's what I'm going to say. You're a special one. You are really in tune with many, many things and just know how to word things and how to express yourself. And you're genuine and you're authentic. I think there's really big things in your future with your walking with the Lord. I think ever since I've known you, I've had that feeling. So just letting you know, if I can notice it, I'm sure other people notice it too. Yeah, you're on your way to big things, I believe. Stupid, like we just believe everything they tell us without question. Yep. They do think we're dumb. They think we're a bunch of, what do they call us? The profane. We are called the profane. I'd like to sit down with one of them who they think they're so smart. I'd like to sit down with one of them and have a battle of wits with them. They'd find out that not all of us are that stupid at all, but you never get near these people. They don't allow us to even get near them. They hide. They hide in the side of mountains. You means the world from someone as godly as you. But you're pretty godly yourself there, brother. I noticed you from way back when I first met you and still continue to notice you. So, yeah, that's what they think, Loretta. Little do they know, being with the Lord is actually what makes you aware. Okay, the Lord, when he removes the blinders like we talked about last night, we're more aware than they realize. That's why they're terrified of us. They know if we become aware, then we're a real problem. We need to keep sitting down watching CNN and believing that garbage that they're pumping out. And then everything's good, right? They're worried about us awakening to the truth. And a lot of us have, and they know it because they messed up with COVID big time. They couldn't have messed up worse. They totally blew it. And now no one's got any trust. How would you have trust after that fiasco? So, speaking of that fiasco, that's when isolation started for a lot of people. Now, the Lord uses very dark, terrible, evil things for good. He can take the dirtiest thing that exists and make it useful. Okay, he knows how to he knows how to do this all the time. He completely used COVID in a positive way for a lot of us. So COVID was a drag, for sure. No one would argue that fact. It's pretty miserable. But think of the awakening it did. Okay, think how many people now understand what the truth is, who wouldn't have ever understood it without that. Now, not everybody came to the truth. Some people are still got their heads in the sand, refusing to believe it. They're still going and getting their pokey pokes, and they're still locked into it. Some of them there's no hope for. They'll never come out of that. Okay, they just won't. So we pray for those people. We hope the best for them. But they're just, the blinders are still fully on their eyes and ears, and they'll never come out of it, right? Back up again. God bless you, bro. Thomas MC, I'm sorry to hear you had a relapse, but I'm glad you're building back up again. That sounds good. The only reason Tojo deleted your comment is because of the symbol. We don't allow symbols or emojis. Just letting you know, brother. but you're very welcome to be here, and I'm glad you are here. Without my enemies, I probably wouldn't have never surrendered to God. There you go. That's one way you should be thankful for your enemies, because that's what they do. They push you towards the Lord. That is correct. Everything that you think is a negative thing can be a blessing in disguise. Okay, that's a blessing in disguise. Is so hard to recognize when it first appears before you. But over time, you start to see, hold it now, what's actually the long-term effects of that going to be? Oh, okay. I'll give you an example. So I was working at an engineering firm, and my wife at the time was working at this call center. It was a terrible, terrible place she was working. It wasn't good at all. So first she got fired. She didn't really get fired. She got laid off because they were trying to switch her over to do it. She was actually just working on a computer, just typing text every day. And she didn't want to go on phones, actually speak to people. She wouldn't do that. So they tried to make her do that. And if she wouldn't do that, she was getting laid off. So she got laid off, lost her job. 2 weeks later, I lost my job. Same thing, got laid off, gone. Well, actually, I get fired. More, they put laid off in the papers, but I got fired. Long story. I've told that before. So now the two of us are completely unemployed. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? This is all bad. We're both unemployed at the same time. Uh-oh. I started teaching guitar right away. She decided to talk to her parents and we could move here. And this is how I ended up at my music school and everything. So I went on my dream came true, me owning my own music school. That's what it resulted in. So her getting fired and me getting fired looked pretty bleak. And yet it was the catalyst for me owning a music school. So, was that a blessing in disguise? Well, it certainly was. Now, things didn't work out because I blew it afterwards and got into sorcery, and I've told that story a million times. But what looked very, very bleak, very, very dark, and not good at all, turned out to be a blessing in disguise, something very positive. But I couldn't see that for a while, not at all. I just stewed about getting fired for so long time. I put a lot of effort into that job I had. Again, clothes. That's the other time I had nice clothes. I was the best dressed person in the place because my wife, when I got that job, took me out and she took a credit card and went crazy on dress clothes for me so I could look real good at this job. And I was just mad as can be. It's like, I spent all this money on clothes and yelling and screaming. Little did I know, it was a blessing in disguise. So don't ever forget that. When things look bleak and something bad just happened, you got to look around and wonder, hold it. Is it a blessing in disguise? Is this going to just take a little while for me to see the full effects of what's going on? Your weight, your excruciating weight in isolation can be this. It feels bad. It's like, if I don't get out of here soon, I'm not going to make it. That's how I was. I was in a horrible state by the end of it. Okay, a horrible state. You're so welcome, Michelle. My pleasure to do that. And David came along to play the lyre. He would peace the tormenting spirit. Oh, absolutely. That's right, Marie. That's right. A thorn in my flesh. That was so he wouldn't get too prideful about the revelations. That I use that scripture a lot to explain things to people. So this long, excruciating wait. Okay, you're gonna, the Lord, for your life, and thank you for all that you do. And I'm trying to read these. I'm Aramaic, born in Turkey. I'm born again Christian now. Praise the Lord. I'm in isolation 13 years now. Wow. Living in Holland. I did 10 years cooped up in here alone. And I'm still alone, even though my life has changed. And now I've got this, I mean, I don't have 2 minutes to myself anymore. Just go, 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 go. I never get to stop. I literally, like yesterday, I took a nap. I had a little window, and then I had another appointment. And I said to myself, if I ask that person to go an hour later, I could actually go and have an hour and a half nap right now and just shut my eyes. And I thought, oh, that sounds appealing. So I did. I actually asked the person to go an hour later with the appointment, and I went and had a nap for an hour and a half. I don't even remember the last time I was able to do that. I didn't even get my day off this week. I literally didn't get my day off. My day off was as busy as any day of the week. It was just, I went full tilt, emergency after emergency, couldn't even get the day off. So I just resigned myself to the fact that it's going to be like this. Okay. It's going to be like this. So I can't say that I have time to sit around and be sad anymore. I don't. I just go, 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 go. The Lord keeps me busy. I mean, busy. So I'm grateful for that, because sitting around, I mean, I would like a little bit of time. I'd love it if I could have just a little bit. And I will. I'll get there eventually. But even though I'm busy like that, I'm still alone. And there's Sammy Boy. What is Sammy Boy trying to tell us here? That's probably to stop complaining about being busy. That's what the Lord is saying there. Stop complaining about being busy, or I'll make you busier. It's probably something like that. So, yeah, I don't even remember where I was now. 13 years. Oh, yes, this person I was just talking to, 13 years in isolation. I did 10. You're doing 13. It could be this way. It could be that you've extended it like I did in some way. Thank you very much, Grace. Thank you very much. I'll give you the hints I can give you about getting the release as soon as possible. The things you got to really pay attention to are your pridefulness. That I think is number one. Your pridefulness. Do not be prideful. I'm literally not even allowed to watch my own videos. Okay, I'm not allowed to watch my own videos. If I do, as soon as I put one on, and if I leave it on the screen, I can listen back to them to make sure there's nothing wrong with what I've said and all that. But I can't actually watch myself on the screen. And if I do, even for a couple seconds, Sammy Boy goes off. Okay, I'm not allowed to watch one of my own videos at all, period. So even when I'm getting ready in the mornings, I have to get out of the mirror very quickly. I can stand in the mirror and do what I got to do, comb my hair, button up my shirt, get everything done. And then I got to get out of the mirror. It's like, whoa. I mean, I'm totally serious. So pridefulness, he will check you for pridefulness in a big way. Make sure you keep that under control. Quickness to anger. He's going to require you to have patience and the ability to back down. It's totally humility, and this is part of it too. Your humility will allow you to back down from things and not get angry. Your pride is what will make you angry real quick. Okay. Your pride is what will lead to all the other bad stuff. Pride is always the root of all the other bad actions that you'll do. So he'll really want you to keep your pridefulness in check. And if you do, it leads to other things being under control. And then you might actually get out of isolation sooner than you think. Shroud of Turin. I don't think anything of it because I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen it in front of me. I don't know anything about the science. What can I say? Be speculating like everyone else is. Told you. I have no idea, David. I'm not involved in that conversation, so I have no clue. None. Yeah, being humble is beautiful and mandatory. Okay, mandatory. You cannot do, and Grace, Sammy loves you too, but just remember no emojis or symbols, especially not that heart. We found out the heart symbol has got a real problem to it. We don't like that symbol at all. But we don't like any symbols. The only one we allow is the cross. You're allowed to use that one. So there you go. He loves you too. He loves you too. He said, thank all my fans. He doesn't have to have humility. He's a cat. The Lord doesn't expect a cat to have humility. They're full of catitude, and he knows it. The heart is just, I don't know the actual problem with it. I just know it causes problems, okay? I go by what I see, and people that have heart symbols on crosses and stuff, terrible. Terrible. Stay away from the heart symbol. Somebody mentioned it one day what the problem was, and I can't remember what it was, but somebody knew about it. Its origins. There's another one. And please, no symbols. No symbols. No symbols, no emojis, everybody that's here. No symbols, no emojis. We don't allow them here. Use English words only. And this question always confuses me. How do we know if we're in isolation or not? If you got to ask the question, you're not in isolation, Pretty Marie. I'll put it that way. If you got to ask that question, you're not in isolation. You'll know if you're in isolation because the world doesn't even see you anymore. You're invisible. If that's not the case, you're not in isolation. Going to movie theaters. Depends on the movie that's being played, I would say. 9 times out of 10, yes, it's going to be because it's going to be a Hollywood movie. And Hollywood movies are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Grace to the humble, yes. So if you want to get out of your isolation, and Pretty Marie, I sent you an email asking you, I don't know if you answered it or not. Doesn't look like you did. I asked you if you wanted to have a meeting later. You've been emailing me, and every time I ask you if you want to have a meeting, I don't hear back. So this time you got to answer me. If you want a meeting, I've offered you one. If you're good with that, we'll do that. And if not, then I don't know what to tell you because I can't help people this way, right? I can give you a little quick advice, but if you want help, I got to have a meeting with you. That's the only way I can do anything for you. So answer my email and let me know if you want that meeting. If you do, we'll sort everything out in a meeting where I can talk to you. It's very difficult to sort someone's problems out this way, right? There you go. It's a female's butt. That's, you know what? That's what I thought too. But I thought I was crazy for thinking that, but maybe that's actually it. Ugh. Reese, I don't trust YouTube at all. YouTube is terrible evil. How can I stay humble when I work with kids? That question doesn't make sense to me. I used to work with kids all the time. I was a teacher, music teacher, and taught kids all day. And it never stopped me from being humble. That doesn't make sense. Sports college pro are controlled by satanic. Yeah, we can't use the word a, you know what I mean. Be very careful with your language here, please. I don't think you understand what humility is, Snake. You're talking to him. Yeah, I'm confused by that question. Work with kids. How do I stay humble? I'm not even understanding what that question means. That doesn't make sense to me either. Keep forgetting, but I deleted over, so I'm terribly sorry. It's okay, Grace. No worries. No worries. We are mighty forgiving around here, I assure you. The government is satanic. I will agree with that 100%. Humility in kids, yes. If anything, working with kids should help you to be humble, because sometimes kids can teach you things. And you learn something from a 3-year-old and you go, wow, I thought I was real smart today, but a 3-year-old just taught me something. Like that's what I mean. It seems the opposite to me. Teaching kids is one of the things that really kept me humble, for sure. A 3 or 5-year-old can teach you. I mean, I literally had students as young as I guess 3 was the youngest one I ever taught. I had a few 4-year-olds and I had a bunch of 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds was common. And they definitely kept me humble. Oh, yeah. Yep. I had this one child. Maximilian was his name. Oh, man. And he was just this little tiny guy. He was 4, I think, when I taught him. And he looked at me one day and he said, my aunt, she's got a man half her age. It's disgusting. I laughed so hard I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Little 4-year-old. My aunt got a man half her age. It's just disgusting. Oh, man. Out of the mouths of babes. Ain't even seen the bullets flying. What you talking about? Bullets flying. Oh, this guy. I see. Yeah. Oh. Barrington Edwards. See who he is. He thought enough of us to come in here and grace us with his presence. I should at least see who he is. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm just going to ask this. I understand people have a bunch of different questions they want to ask, but we do have a topic we're trying to cover, right? We're trying to cover a topic. So, is martial arts good? Martial arts has zero to do with anything here. Nothing to do with it. I don't care about martial arts at all. I care about pocket lint and martial arts equally. I don't care about martial arts. Decide for yourself if you want to get into martial arts. I don't care about it. It's not anything that the Lord directs me to talk about. I don't know. Most martial arts is about it's an Asian thing, right? It comes from either Chinese or Japanese or Korean, and they often use a dragon in their symbology and stuff. So use your own discretion, okay? If you see a dragon when you walk into the gym, there's a problem. Go the other way. Go the other way. They're almost always with the dragon. That should tell you right there that it's not good. And UFC fights, they put 2 humans in a cage like animals and let them kill each other. That's terrible. Obviously, that's terrible. Right? So those things they speak for themselves. But we're going to stick to the topic here. I want to stick to the topic of the excruciating weight, because a lot of people are in this isolation. and they want out, and they don't understand why they can't get out. Okay, they can't understand it. Why is the Lord doing this to me? The Lord's not doing it to you. He's doing it for you. This is what you got to understand. Do I love my job? I sure do. What I'm doing now is so rewarding. Every email I get, I get both things. There's two sides of the coin. Excuse me. I get emails saying, I hate you. I hope you die. And I get some pretty nasty ones. Hope you die in a fiery car crash, you piece of blah, 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 blah. I get a fair bit of that too. Okay. And that isn't fun, but that's just part of the deal. I also get emails that say, Mr. Buzz, your teachings have changed my life. Our home feels so calm and peaceful now. Everybody's getting along better. The pets are even acting better. Everything's good. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. You've changed life for all of us. Wow. Okay. To read something like that is exhilarating. I mean, I can't even describe it to you. So very, very rewarding. Would I be able to even have this job if the Lord hadn't wrung me out like a face cloth and squeezed every last drop out of me? No. I would still be where I was, and there's no way I could do this the way I was. Everything had to be drained out of me, and I had to be refilled with new stuff. It does, saved through Christ. It hurts is right. Does it ever? Thank you, Mr. Chew Toy. I love that your name is Chew Toy. His dog just gnaws away on him all day. Left the room in the heart mentioned, but I sent you emails and just need to find out how to get him talking with you. Yeah, like I said, just tell him what I do. What I do is, I try to help people be more evenly yoked, and I try to bring people closer to God, get them more in alignment. That's it. If he's interested in that and having a better relationship with you, then the conversation with me would be a step in the right direction. Off the phone. Pretty Marie again, need to have that meeting with me, and then we can talk about these things. We can't do it here. I'm not able to address these things. You need to have the meeting with me. I offered you a time. If you want it, let me know. Oh, wow. Okay, so George, you're here in the live. That's good. Got an appointment with you later. I don't know if Jacqueline's here, but I have an appointment with Jacqueline too before George. Okay, Erkany Yaman. I don't know how to say your name, whatever your handle is there, but you know who I mean. Or I mean you. Maybe I don't want to be out of isolation because I'm so used to it now. You don't get to make this choice, first of all. Do you think you get to defy the Lord? If the Lord puts you in isolation and is collaging you and getting you ready, I know what's going on here. I didn't put slow mode on it all. No wonder it's out of control. We got to fix that. There's no way I could even begin to read all the comments flying by. Now it's on slow mode every 40 seconds. So you don't get to defy the Lord this way. and say you don't want to come out of isolation. You just want to shirk your duties and stay alone and not do anything good for the world. You don't get to do that. You think the Lord's going to put a bunch of effort into you and college you and teach you so you can just sit around and do nothing? Nope. Nope. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. The Lord has a job for you to do. Okay? You've got a job to do, and you're going to have to do it. You've got to do it. If it's her, it probably is Maverick. It would be the one that you saw first, I think. Yes. Yeah, I will give her your regards. I will definitely do that. Well, we're going to talk about that too, dreams and visions. So during the isolation, you'll be invisible. You'll be invisible to everybody. Okay? Totally invisible. The world won't even see you. You'll feel like, wow, my life is over. The Lord ended it somehow. And now I exist, but I'm not even visible to anybody anymore. No one will even give me the time of day. And that's literally true. When you're in that phase, literally a person won't even tell you what time it is. They literally won't. And I mean that literally, because that happened to me. I asked somebody what time it was downtown and they ignored me and walked away. They literally wouldn't give me the time of day. So existing but not living. Yep. Just you exist and that's all. So it gets pretty hard on the head after a while. Get horrible nightmares. Yep. That's the Lord telling you to stop doing that. That's the Lord telling you. When it's time to get out of isolation, when you finally got with the program enough, okay, then you won't be as invisible anymore. People will start to notice you. People will start to talk to you. You'll start getting more communication through your email, through your text, whatever. People will want to speak to you. When you're in the store, the cashier will actually look at you and look in your face rather than just ignoring you and throwing your change at you and pretending you're not even there, like they'll do the whole time you're in isolation. Okay. Even animals will take more notice of you all of a sudden. Everything will change. You will know, you will sense it, you will feel it, and you will feel more positive. You will all of a sudden feel hope for the future. You'll know that your life isn't over. You'll start to blossom into a new person. And it's going to take you a little while to get used to your new skin. Okay? He should, Michelle. Yes, that would be the most helpful. That would be the most helpful. That would be the most helpful, definitely. I've said it in many live streams. Everybody in the world pretty much needs deliverance. Pretty much everybody on the earth. Okay, it's only the people who understand what deliverance is and have done it for themselves who don't. Okay, or people that have just been through it with a deliverance minister or whatever and have just had it done. They don't need it because they just had it done. Everyone else does need it. Everyone does. I mean, without exception, I think it's literally pretty much every person. Pretty much every person. So if someone says, I don't need that, well, I doubt that's true. I doubt that's true. They just don't understand why they need it, right? People get really comfortable in certain routines and they don't understand that, you know, the fact that they've been going to the McDonald's drive-thru and eating that poison every day has caused them a spiritual mess. They don't understand that idolizing that celebrity or that sports team is causing them a spiritual mess. They don't understand that being shacked up with their girlfriend or their boyfriend and having like fornicating every night, is causing them a spiritual mess. They don't think there's anything wrong with going to the bar every Friday night and getting drunk. They don't realize it's causing them a spiritual mess. So they get this spiritual mess built up, and they don't even know it. They think all the things that are happening to them, like somebody I did deliverance with the other day, a bed bug situation. She had serious bed bugs. This is a common one. This is a common one. You want to let the spiritual mess build up long enough? Bed bugs, or a cockroach infestation, or it could even be mice or rats. Could be anything. This is what will happen eventually. This is what will happen. And physical ailments. You'll get sick, right? You'll get sick. You'll feel terrible. Your knee will go out of joint. You'll barely be able to walk. Your back will get super sore. And on it goes. On and on it goes. God bless you too, Alana. So they don't understand. There's all these things happening. Their marriage starts to fall apart. Their kids and them are fighting. You name it. The roof is leaking. Their car is breaking down. They got trouble at work. Their boss is getting on their case about every last thing. The other coworkers have turned on them. They're trying to rat them out and get them fired every day. On and on and on the problems go. However you want to do it, Michelle, just do it however you feel. You know them, I don't, right? So he does, Grace, but there's an expiry on it. You don't get to do it forever. You don't get to do it forever. You get to do it as long as he's teaching you and training you. And then when he says it's time to come out, it's time to come out. Okay? When he says it's time, you got to do what he says. He's going to get you ready for your purpose, and you're going to serve your purpose whether you like it or not. And I'm not kidding about that. This isn't voluntary. Okay? This is not voluntary. This is mandatory. Once he's got you ready for it, you're going to do it. And that's all there is to it. Well, Michelle, I'm fully booked for the rest of this week. I don't have any times. Fully booked all week. It's turned 13. Feel like I've been picking the pieces ever since. He will make you do it. Yes. And if you're not obedient, he'll just keep on pounding on you. Okay, things will keep happening. You'll keep getting bed bugs. You'll keep experiencing your physical ailments. Yes, it's correction. Being punished is correction. Okay, the correction, and you should be, Michelle, I can book you for next week. That's the best I can do. I can book you for next week, just not this week. So, like maybe Sunday. I haven't booked Sunday yet, so I can put you on Sunday. That's the best I can do for you. Which is technically next week, but yeah, the beginning of next week. So expect an email from me about Sunday. We'll do it then. Praying more and leaning on the Lord more than ever. The quickness to anger was one of my problems too, Al. That was a big, big problem for me. Well, a new beginning, if you're in line, we'll have to see what happens. Like, I don't even know if I have an email from you, do I? Did you send a request for deliverance? If you didn't, you probably won't get in Sunday. If you haven't sent it already, you definitely won't get in Sunday. Okay, holidays. First of all, holidays are pagan. Those holidays are pagan. You shouldn't even be celebrating those. You should be ignoring them 100%. So they have zero to do with anything. You're upsetting the Lord by celebrating that holiday in the first place. So ignore that. That has nothing to do with any of it. If you're still celebrating pagan holidays, you got another problem to deal with. Okay, you got another problem to deal with. How to overcome? Well, once you realize that it's a pagan holiday, it shouldn't make any difference that you're alone for it. You should be feeling bad and praying for the people who are still celebrating it because they're getting in trouble with God. Right? You should be just spending that time praying for them. Please, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They're celebrating pagan rituals, probably upsetting you. Please have mercy on their souls. Spend the time doing that, and then you won't have time to be lonely. Psalm 6. It's got to be a short one, or I can't read the whole thing. We'll see what it is. Yeah, I can read that one. That's not so bad. Psalm 6. Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath. Have mercy on me, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. My soul is in deep anguish. How long, Lord? How long? Turn, Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. Among the dead, no one proclaims your name. Who praises you from the grave? I am worn out from my groaning. All night long I flood my bed with weeping and drench my couch with tears. My eyes grow weak with sorrow. They fail because of all my foes. Away from me, all you who do evil. For the Lord has heard my weeping. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. All my enemies will be overwhelmed with shame and anguish. They will turn back and suddenly be put to shame. Like that one. That's nice. Yes, today is the 6th, Pretty Marie. And I have sent you an email offering you a time to meet if you wish. So it is up to you. I still have not heard back from you. So I'm assuming you don't want to actually meet. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to help you with those problems that you've been telling me about. During isolation, pay close attention to God. His training with me was a lot of videos. Okay, so you got to find really, really a good channel. Here's the one that I'll recommend to you right away. This is pretty much the best channel for training that exists. Spend a lot of time watching this. I still do. This is where my training comes from. This guy has got it going on. He's the best of all the YouTube trainers, I call them, training people like us. That's the best one. That's the best one. Yes, Pretty Marie, reply and you'll get a meeting pretty much right away because we've been talking for so long. I've got a spot I can fit you into if you want it. So please take me up on the offer. And then we can solve some of your problems, hopefully, or at least address them and get you in the right direction. Yes, that channel right there. If you sit and watch his videos every day, you will continually grow as a follower of Christ. You will continually grow taking his advice. That's where all my growth is coming from the last few months. It's the only channel I watch. I've gotten rid of all the rest. I've unsubscribed to everybody else pretty well. It's only the people I know here, like my assistants who have channels, and people like Amanda Marie and Ebony and Kirsty and, all Johnny, all the people that I know here. I'm still subscribed to them. But other than that, I watch him and him only. So spend some time with him every day. I forget what his name is. He's a real pastor. He's an ordained minister. Like, he's the real deal. Been at it years too. He's not new. He's been at that a long time. Really excellent channel. Every single video is completely relevant to what's going on in my life every day. And that's how the Lord communicates with me. It's like I made a deal with the Lord. if you need to tell me something, please tell me through this guy, because him I trust. And when the message comes through, I don't have any problem listening to it. The guy is just as credible as it gets. So watch that guy. If you're in isolation, watch him. You won't go wrong. I promise. New Breed and Denzo. Yep, they're good too. And Anthony the Witness. Yep, him too. Being a car, let go of my dream. The old got to go and in with the new. That is how it works. Very nice, CB Tucker. That channel I just recommended will not let you down. It's called Grow in Faith, Grow in Christ. And you will. You literally will grow in faith and grow in Christ. You'll just know it, Tyler. You won't be invisible anymore. You won't be invisible anymore. Things will start to change and you'll feel better. You'll feel more positive. People will notice you and your looks will change. Your looks will change. And if anybody doesn't believe that, look at my old videos. Look at me now. It's obvious that your looks change. Okay? I didn't get plastic surgery like people think. Like, Mr. Buzz, you ain't got plastic surgery, didn't you? Nope. Nope. The Lord did this. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I just kept going about my life and following his lead and doing what he instructed me to do, being obedient. And the next thing, he changed the way I look and everything. You'll get a mission using skills you learn being alone. Correct. Cool. I don't know that one, but I'll trust you, Cully. It sounds good. Tash, I don't know how you'd say that, but from the past. Praying for the Lord of the harvest to send you more laborers indeed. Praying for the Lord of the harvest to send you more laborers indeed. In this case, your laborers would be a deliverance minister or two. Well, I literally just leave the whole thing in his hands. So I don't really pray for him to send any more or anything. He knows what this ministry needs and he's provided it. I just have to receive what he sends. I don't have to ask him for anything. Oh, yes, you can, Andrea, definitely. But you got to learn what the dark night of the soul is, Andrea. You're going to go through something called dark night of the soul. That's the channel. If you're asking about the channel you should watch during isolation, right there. Oh, yes. So I don't ask God for, I don't decide what the ministry needs and say, hey, God, I need this. No. The Lord decides what the ministry needs. And he says, hey, Jeffrey, you're going to receive this. And I say, okay. And I do what he says. He's in charge. And he is in charge. I assure you. I assure you. Thank you, Dale. And you're an awesome chew toy. Your dog really enjoys you. You're a chew toy. And there's Mr. Tojo with some more generosity. Brother, you just blow my mind. You keep the ministry going, man. You literally keep the ministry going. That's more than 2 mochas, brother. That's more than 2. That's 4.5. Whoop. Man, oh man. Mr. Tojo. Mr. Tojo. And I don't think Shofar Girl is here, is she? Is Shofar Girl here right now? I don't think she is. No. Looks like Mr. Tojo is the only mod here right now. I think you are actually, Mr. Tojo. I'm pretty sure you're the only one. I get just something to tell Shofar Girl, but I'll just talk to her another time. I don't think she's here. In a Muslim African country where they are killing Christians left and right, not only does he heal them, nobody can harm them. Well, that reminds me of those two street preachers. Okay, now I bet you they went through this whole process that we all go through: the isolation, the training, and then the release out into the world to do their thing. There's two street preachers, Torch of Christ Ministries, I think they're called. Whoa. They go into the worst places and face off with the demon-infested people. And you wouldn't believe, man, the courage these two have. But it's not just courage, it's complete faith. God puts a force field around them. Nobody can harm them whatsoever. Nobody can touch them. They just go and they don't even worry about it. They just keep on preaching. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. Completely amazing. So I know what you're saying about nobody can harm them. I know exactly what you're saying. Total force field around them. Kelly Nicholson, nope. No, I haven't heard of that, but that guy, but I'm sure he's fine. He's a Canadian. Canadians got real heart. So us Canadians, man, we mean what we say. Oh, does he want to be? Does he want to be? Johnny, do you want to be a mod? And thanks again, Tojo. Man, he just keeps sending it. You got the world's record for most donations to any ministry. You got to have it. It's got to be your record. I can't see anybody else even contending for how many that you've said. It's unbelievable. You must have the record. But Johnny, if you don't mind, okay, well, if you wanted to be, you could have asked and I would have done it right away. You know that. You know. Look at that, brother. You got yourself a wrench. You got yourself a wrench. A moderator, Andrea, someone that can kick people out and tells people to not use emojis and symbols and the ones with the blue wrenches. Well, I would hope he can afford it, CB Tucker. I hope he's not giving me his money that he needs for rent and food. That wouldn't be good. I would guess he can afford it, or he hopefully wouldn't do it. I would never want to see anybody do that can't afford to. That would hurt my heart in a big way. The people who donate, I assume, are able to, right? I mean, when I go down and do something for the homeless, I can afford to do that because people are generous and donate to this ministry. So therefore I can afford to do that. So I hope that everybody, whoever does it here, can afford it for sure. They would say, Allah, he would be very insistent on making them say, no, Jesus Christ healed you. Yep. Killed on the spot. be a mod if you don't have a computer or just phone only. Well, to be honest, Al, we don't really need any more mods. We got a ton of them. We got a whole bunch. I mean, Kirsty and Shofar Girl and Mandy, and there's a whole bunch. Dade. I lost count of how many mods I got. I got a whole bunch. So now Johnny as well. I think we got enough. We don't really need any more. Oh, them that believe ministry. Yeah, I didn't quite understand what that said. Check out them that believe ministry. Maybe it was a typo there or something. And yes, I do give favor to people who are already assistants. Okay, so if somebody's already assisting this ministry and they want a blue wrench, they will get it before anybody else. Okay, I'll give actually pretty much any assistant who wants a blue wrench can have one. I'll make that policy. So Marie, you are one of our official assistants. You're doing one-on-one calls. You're doing excellent work. If you want a blue wrench, you are entitled to have one. I will give you one. Just say the word. Assistant. God is the boss. God is the boss. God is the boss. Yadid is another one. Yep. He's also. He's also a mod. Plumbers convention in town again. And believe me, a new beginning. John knows that God is the boss. You don't have to remind him of that. He's well aware. Okay, Marie, here we go. You are officially. You have a blue wrench. And when you have a blue wrench, you're not restricted by the slow mode in chat, where you can only type every 40 seconds or whatever. You're not restricted to that. Once you have that blue wrench, you may chat away without restriction. Ambrose Godson, you can read whatever you want. It's not going to do you any good until you figure out what door is open and close it. God said, let there be mods. And there were mods. So Ambrose Godson, why are you getting attacked in your dreams at night? What have you done to open doors? Are you watching pornography? Are you smoking weed? Do you have bitterness in your heart? Are you carrying around guilt and shame? Do you watch anime? Do you play video games? Do you have a picture of Jesus around your house? Do you have a crucifix anywhere? Do you pray to the Virgin Mary or the saints? You watch anime. Bingo. Bingo. You need to get rid of all your anime immediately. Get on your knees and repent for it immediately. And ask the Lord to close the door that's let those demons in to attack you in your sleep. Get rid of your anime immediately. Your anime will do that. Your anime is evil. It's a demon door opener. Okay, that's what it is. there were mods. Yep, let there be mods. There now. I hate that I love that music. I mean, we're not supposed to like that music, but I think the Lord understands. I mean, he won't let us listen to it, but if I started listening to it again, he'd boot my butt all over town. But he does understand why I like it, I'm sure. Can't help it. For some, your first assignment will be somewhat in isolation. That's what I'm experiencing. So just a heads up. Might not be. Yes, Papa Bravo, you were just sent on assignment, weren't you? You totally were. You totally were. As let me keep pot for. The Father's not letting you do anything. The Father's showing you a little grace, maybe, but he's not letting you do something like that. No. The Father does not let us smoke weed. He wants us to stop, plain and simple. He does not let us do that. He will offer you some grace with an expiry date. It has an expiry date. It's not a permanent thing. Don't overextend his grace. That's what I'll recommend. Okay, so this is how this works. We all know, no, he doesn't, Marie, that's right. We all know that the Lord shows us much grace, okay? This means he's very understanding and he'll give us some time to sort out our problems, to get the sin under control. Maybe it's an addiction and he knows how hard it is to beat those. You know, maybe we're using it as a vice to cure our loneliness or whatever. And he understands how lonely and sad we are. So he shows us some grace. The grace has an expiry date. I assure you it does. It will not extend forever. Okay? It will not extend forever. Do yourself a favor. Get it under control before the expiry date hits. Because if you let the expiry date hit, then you start seeing his wrath. And God's wrath is very unpleasant, folks. Very unpleasant. You should, Papa Bravo. And do you know why you're getting it? Do you know why you're getting it? I do. Because think of how I've been praising you about your videos and everything. You're with the program, brother. You got with the program. And because you got with the program, the Lord is sending you on assignment. Start to test you out. See if you're going to actually be a good soldier. He's ready to start using you. Congratulations. Congratulations. And I think you did an excellent job from what I saw. I was in the video call. You're in the background with a garbage bag chucking things. And I'm like, yeah, this is a team effort. This is a team effort. It's all good. Yep, Yoli, you're going to have to do it very soon because the Lord's expiry date, you don't want to get to that. You don't want to get to that. Nope. Cut it off before that happens. Believe me. Believe me. If you let it go to the expiry date, something's going to happen that you won't like. Okay, you won't like. And it could even be a physical ailment that you suffer that you don't want. Whole bunch of mouth sores or a skin rash or a bad stomach flu to put you on your butt for 2 weeks or whatever, something nasty. Don't tempt it. Don't tempt it. Take his grace and go, okay, you've shown me some grace. Thank you, Father. Now I've got to get this under control as soon as possible and start working on it right away. I can't tell you how long his grace is going to last. It's different for every person probably, but I can tell you it does come to an end. It does come to an end. You want to get it under control before that hits. Oh, can he ever? Can he ever? Oh, absolutely, Jotham. Have you done something to deserve it? What have you been doing? Have you done anything that the Lord wouldn't like lately? Tell me what you've been doing. Or do you think you've been absolutely obedient? Because this reap what you sow idea, folks, is totally true. My son is just emailing me, telling me he's terribly sick. That's because he's hit several expiry dates, and the Lord has had enough of many things. My son is highly anointed and is needed. He's needed. He needs to get trained and get out in the field and start working. And what's he doing? Not that. No, I don't celebrate that pagan garbage. Not at all. Isolation doesn't have to mean depression. Mostly trending up this past year, but I still struggle with looking at women. Oh, you got a lust problem. You got a lust problem. Jotham, you are a highly anointed man. You're going to be also needed in the field. Get your lust under control. I know it's hard. I have the same problem, dude, so don't worry. I'm not judging you for it. I got the same one as you. But you got to get it under control. You got to do your best. It means the date that the Lord is not going to show you any more grace and is going to start kicking your butt for whatever you're doing. You're not ready yet, Michelle. I can tell you that for sure, but you will be if you keep going in the direction you're going. Okay, this doesn't happen overnight. You're not ready yet, but you will be. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Yes, everybody who celebrates Christmas gets sick. I know this for sure now. I've done a survey around, and I've seen everybody's telling me my whole family, they're all sick. I'm the only one that's not because I don't celebrate Christmas. They all do, and they're all sick. Everybody. And this is like, it doesn't matter who I ask. It's the same thing. Laughing out loud here. God bless you all. I'm not sure what's funny, but I'm glad you're getting a kick out of it. That's good. That's right, Adam Last Man. Totally correct. Mr. B, I smoke to numb pain and anger. It's me crushed. All I want is to smoke it out. Free, as crazy as it sounds. No, weed is easy to get for free now. I was getting it for free too, like pounds and pounds of it. You don't have to have money for weed anymore. Not in Canada anyway. I mean, you can if you want to buy the legal stuff, but there's just so much weed everywhere. Everybody's got it. Everybody's growing it. There's weed all over the place, and you don't even buy it. People give it to you. It's a scourge now. It's taken over the whole country. It's weed everywhere. Walk down the street, it's all you smell. You smell weed the whole time you're walking. It's pretty terrible. You can't even take your kids out on the street anymore without them smelling weed the whole time. It's Apostle Lucas Sandoval. That's before he even heals with the hem of his garment. Wow. That sounds pretty wild. Yeah, you got to watch that too, Jotham. That is considered celebrating it. That's participating in it, right? So don't even say that. I had to catch myself a couple times and train myself to say praise God or praise Jesus when people would say Merry Christmas to me. Here in the Buffalo area, they don't. You got to buy it if you want it. Yeah, well, I'm in Canada. I'm in Weedville. This whole country is just enveloped with weed. It's everywhere, literally everywhere. Delivery from it. Yep. Yoli, you got to get rid of the weed habit. The weed habit is one that God definitely will have an expiry date on. And when it gets to its expiry date, my dear, you're not going to like what he does. He'll even attack. I don't want to say attack. He'll make something happen to one of your pets or something too. Okay, he'll literally make one of your pets sick, and you'll have your pet at the vet, and you'll be like, man, what's wrong with my pet? It's possibly because of something you're doing. He'll even go through another creature to harm you, to not to harm you, to wake you up, to wake you up. Don't let it get to that point. Okay, whatever you're doing, take his correction, and know he wants you to stop. Yep, it is. Weed is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It's a scourge now in this country. It's just all over the place. Here we go. That'd be nice, Michelle, but yeah, don't do it yet. Definitely don't do it yet. Well, there, Pretty Marie just made a very good point. She says it's not even fun anymore. No, it's not fun anymore because the Lord will take the fun out of things, okay? The Lord will totally take the fun out of the things you used to really enjoy. They won't be fun anymore. They'll just seem like pointless activities. There'll be no joy in them whatsoever. None. I don't think there's any problem with the CBD. It's not a psychoactive substance. It doesn't actually alter your consciousness. So CBD is probably fine. But I mean, what's he using it for? I mean, we don't really need those things. We don't really need them. Everybody's into their supplements and all this. Why do you got to take extra stuff? Eat good food. Eat good food. Sean, I know you're looking for relief from a divorce. There really is there's nothing but time that's going to fix what's going on. Excuse me, what's going on with you, brother? I went through one. It took me 10 years to recover. There is no easy solution. The Lord can't take that much pain away from you instantly. It's not going to happen. You've got to suffer some of it out. And unfortunately, it's going to be excruciating. Yes, seek God with all your heart. That's it. That's all you can do. And Sean, you need another focus, okay? The only thing that got me through is writing music. The Lord one day said, I got up and I was doing my usual morning cry session. And he said, instead of crying, write a song. That's literally what he said to me. Lord growing a leg who was shorter than the other leg by 3 inches. Well, I don't know what that's about, Jojo Tita. That sounds pretty whacked. He's Lord did correct me. Yes. Juhani is understanding what I'm saying. I had to take my cat to the vet because I had a sin problem. Yes. You do the sinning, your cat will do the suffering. Okay? That's for sure. My son died in March. I'll never get daughter of the king, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know how you deal with things like that. I have no advice for getting over something so tragic as that. I honestly don't. All over, hoping it means foot fixed soon. Thanks for correcting me, y'all. Okay, not sure how we corrected you, but glad we did. Brass monkeys. Uh-oh. And to you all, I hope you're all doing okay. Steve, my buddy, good to see you. God for new purpose. You need some to keep you busy, Sean. If you sit around and just let the misery get you, and here's something else. Okay, because you are suffering this way, the first thing I do when I'm suffering in a way like that is I try to help other people. This is something I've always done. Okay, this isn't a new thing for me to get on YouTube and offer help to people. I've been doing this for years and years. And even before I had the YouTube channel, I would do it in person. I just had a reputation. People would say, they'd be talking to somebody who's down and in the dumps and really sad and suicidal. They'd be like, I know this guy you can talk to, man. He's always really good with that. He'll talk to anybody and try to help them. And they'd be like, well, how much does he charge? Like, no, he doesn't charge money. He just does it. And people would send people to me. I've been doing this for years and years, literally. Okay. Yes, he will use your brokenness for his glory, but also he'll use your brokenness to help other people's brokenness. Okay. He'll absolutely use you in your broken state to be a light for other people. Because right now you can understand it better than you ever could in your life. Okay. I feel like everyone who comes to you has the anointing you talk about. Not everyone. So some of the people who come to me are actually very dark individuals. Some of them are not anointed at all. Some of them have been downright frightening, actually, some of the people. But if you try to help other people, there's nothing more healing for yourself. Okay? Our sin makes us sick. Yes, Papa Bravo, it does. Force in my dome piece. Really dramatically. Yep. Whatever's going on with you, if you're having bad misfortune, like your car is breaking down, your roof is leaking, there's your pump in your basement stops working, your fridge breaks, and all your food goes rotten. Any of these things, look for a spiritual issue. It's a good chance it's a spiritual issue causing it all. Hebrews 12, 6, 11. Because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepts as his son. See, this is where the Bible uses the word chasten, because it also uses chastising, and people argue with me about this word. The word chasten is also used in the Bible. Okay, so it's one of the forms of the verb of the word. The Lord will chasten you. Because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepts as his son. Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as his children. For what children are not disciplined by their father? If you are not disciplined, and everyone undergoes discipline, then you are not legitimate, not true sons and daughters at all. Moreover, we have all had human fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them for it. How much more should we submit to the Father of spirits and life? Of spirits and live, sorry. They disciplined us for a little while as they thought best, but God disciplines us for our good, in order that we may share in his holiness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. And there, Sammy Boy just reiterated it right there. Formed you, Israel, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by the name, you are mine. You will reap what you sow. Want to abuse your body or do ungodly things, be prepared to the tax for being unfruitful. Yep. Like two others, that has been the most of my walk, actually. Yep. I'm supposed to be helping, but instead got my own issues hindering. Sad. I've gone from frustrated about my situation to frustrated about this. But Michelle, you got to get yourself into good shape so you can be a light, okay? So you can shine that light and go and help other people. You got to understand that don't get frustrated about it. What you're going through is part of the process. It's part of your training. Okay, I'm supposed to change course, obviously. The Lord does not want us speaking about this. No, that's not confirmation. That's change course. That's what that means. Working on it. I know it. Transformation. Matthew 5:14-16. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Very appropriate. No, Sammy Boy is not after dinner. That's the Lord speaking, not Sammy Boy. Sammy Boy doesn't have much to say on his own. It's when he's doing that, it's the Lord speaking. You're hearing directly from God when you hear that. What's the message, Sammy Boy? What's the Lord trying to tell us? What's the Lord trying to tell us? Really? Daddy finished his live stream? Daddy finished his live stream? Oh, yes. Animals can be possessed and everything. Totally. Now, mind you, not him, because I'm pretty sure he's full of the Holy Spirit. So I think he's pretty safe. Romans 6:14. For sin shall no longer be your master, because you are not under the law, but under grace. Job 12:7-10. Read one more. Whoop. But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature, and the breath of all mankind. Yep. 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 You going out today? Probably. I pretty much have to. I got to get out. I got to get out and get some air. I've been locked up a few days now, actually. I think it's 3 days since I went downtown. So definitely got to get out today. Yeah, because I didn't bother on Sunday. I was in all day yesterday. I went for groceries yesterday is all I did. Sunday. Yeah, no, it's been since Saturday since I've been out. So I got to go out. Yeah, I'll definitely be hitting Tommy's. Yep. I will definitely be hitting Tommy's. I love you too, Brianna. I love your sweet name so much. Brianna. That's one of the best names ever. Really is. Well, you're so welcome, Darlene. Live streaming at Tommy's later. Yes, indeed. So that scripture, that tells you the Lord has his hand on all the creatures down here, and he uses them to talk to us. Pay attention to things like that. I mean, it's so obvious with Sammy Boy now. Even the people I'm doing the deliverance session with, they're blown away. The guy from Australia the other night, he sent me 2 or 3 emails about Sammy Boy now, because as soon as our session started, Sammy Boy was asleep, and as soon as he came on the screen, he got up, ran, and come in and jumped right on the back of the chair, and he was like, "Okay, I'm ready." And I looked at Buddy. I said, "Did you see what my cat just did? That's the Lord letting us know he's here with us right now." And he certainly was. And then when the guy we were trying to figure what this guy's problem was, as soon as he said the words guilt and shame, Sammy Boy went, "Ringer." I was like, okay, that's obviously the problem. That's obviously it. And it was. That was totally the problem. So no one will ever convince me that the Lord isn't speaking through my cat. No, he certainly is. Has been from the beginning of this ministry. Yes, Tommy's for sure. If you're being afflicted by a demon, could it follow you into a house of God? I would say yes, because most of them are just fake churches anyway. There's nothing holy about most of them. So you might think it's a house of God, but it's actually just a building with a bunch of fake people. It's not even a real house of God. If it was a real one, and the pastor was real, and all the people were real, and there was nothing totally fake about it, then it probably not. Then it probably wouldn't want to go in there. But if it's fake, yeah, why couldn't it? All the people in there are demon infested anyway, so yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's undeniable. I've compared my old video to a new one side by side, and I'm like, whoa, 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 that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? It's not even just that. It's not even just the way I look. It's the way I feel. It's the outlook I have on life. It's the level of confidence I can walk with. It's it's everything. It's my ability to reason problems. It's everything. There's nothing that didn't change. There's nothing that didn't change. Every last thing did. Kitty speaking to my puppies. Your puppies will probably speak to you too, Pretty Marie. The Lord will speak through any animal, I think. I don't think it matters what animal it is. There's a talking donkey in the Bible. So I think I'm going to have another cup of Java here. So just give me one moment to get some coffee on the go. I'll be back. Okay. Do I like being alone? No, not really. And I was engaged to be married recently, and I thought it was going to happen. And then some very strange events took place, and she left. So, no, I don't like being alone. It's not my first choice, but the Lord is in charge of whether I am or not. That much I know. So whatever He says, it's how it goes. Well, for whatever reason, the only real reason I got was, well, no, I'm not even going to say it. There's no point. I took it quite badly. I didn't. It was rough, but the Lord told me get back to work and get over it. Stop whining. Get back to work. That's literally what He told me the next day. So that's what I did. That's what I did. Do I want to be alone? Nope. I don't think anyone does. There's the odd person that says they'd like to be alone, but it's not very common. Most people don't want that. They want companionship, of course. A human is designed for that. Don't know what it's like to be married and have a significant other in my life. Yep. The human being was designed to be part of a pair, not to be alone. Well, the Lord already did. This is already big, Steve. What I'm doing is already big, and I feel very blessed and very lucky, very fortunate that the Lord has trusted me with such a big thing. Right? It's still surreal to me. It's still surreal to me. It is hard to find that daughter of the King, for sure. I will make a helper suitable for him. Yeah, no, the Lord does believe that we should be part of a pair, not alone. He didn't make us to be alone. But I already screwed up 2 marriages, right? I've already been married twice. So it's quite possible He's not going to let me do that anymore. I already had 2 shots at it, and I didn't do very good. So fall together. Yeah, that sometimes is true, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's in God's hands. I leave it in His hands. No, it's okay, Grace. If you forget, you forget. You're not going to get kicked out for it. They'll just, you'll just get your comment removed and just move along. No big deal. I'm too old to worry about it. Well, I kind of feel that way too. Mr. Tojo. See, that's 3 donations in one day. That's what I mean. Tojo has the record. 4 donations. I think he's got the world's record. Never a more generous man ever existed. Did it come up? Yep, there it is. Thank you, Mr. Tojo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, there's no finishing your service for the Lord. You finish your service for the Lord when you close your eyes for good, brother. That's when you finish. There is no end. There's no retirement age for working for God. You work for God until you die. Simple as that. The only thing I will say about it is what he's given me to do is very difficult to do without some help. I'm like swamped in such a way that I've never imagined. I've never been swamped like this. I'm busy, and there's no time to even clean my house right. I advertise for a cleaning lady, but I can't find one. They answer the ad. I try to set up an interview, and they don't answer me back. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's very strange. Yes, retirement possibilities. Maybe when you get to heaven, that's the only time you're going to hear about that. Thank you, Steve. It's why the Lord made me to do this, right? Yeah, I love what I do too. I really do. I'm not complaining, but it would be so much easier if I had a partner. Oh, it would be so much easier. I just can't imagine how smooth everything would go then. It would be so nice to have someone to help look after the cats when they need something or whatever, just to maybe clean the house a little bit while I'm working, or to make a meal for me while I'm here doing live stream. It would be very, very helpful to have a partner, big time. Mr. Sammy boy. Daddy not allowed to say that he's like to have a partner? Daddy not allowed to say that? What's the Lord saying? Now I see how you get water all over the floor. Now I see. Daddy just saw that. You just answered a mystery that it's been a mystery for a long time. Now Daddy understands how you're doing it. I'm back. God, but it's not easy sometimes. Enter your house to clean. Yeah, that's the thing. The witchy ones would love to get in here, wouldn't they? Mr. Johnson. Thank you, Emily. Clean lady, but live all the way here and have no transportation. I live in Buffalo. I'd be there to do it for you. It's just transportation and the border. Well, yeah. I don't figure the person, the successful applicant, will live in Buffalo. I very much doubt they'll be that far away. Probably somebody in the same country, at least. Yes, there's a Christian dating app, but do not go to it, okay? Because it's called Christian Mingle. And I even made a video to prove this, okay? I don't think it's on my... It might still be on the channel. I can't remember if it is or not. But they had a sale one time, okay? A Christian dating site called Christian Mingle had a sale. And when you clicked on it, it showed you the price for a month was on sale for $6.66 a month. I'm not joking. Not joking. Their sale price advertised was $6.66 a month. Not kidding. Not kidding. Some of you might have seen my video on it. I literally made a video to prove it because no one would have believed it unless I showed it. Okay, $6.66 a month. I emailed them. I'm like, okay, guys, do you not realize that's the number of the beast? Do you not realize? And they didn't. They answered every other email I ever sent, but they ignored that one. I wonder why. That is true. $6.66 a month for the Christian dating site. I mean, I thought I seen it all, but then I saw that. No, it can't be a coincidence. Can't be a coincidence. Well, okay, I don't know if everybody realizes this, but our very own Kirsty Collins, who I call Colonel Collins because of the dream I had about her, met her man in this chat of my live stream about 3-4 months ago and literally got married a few weeks ago. So they met in the chat here on this live stream just a few months ago. They got married for real a few weeks ago. She did. So how cool is, tell me about it. You know how impressed I am with that? That this was a meeting place for two very godly people to actually come together and start their lives together. The Lord brought them together right in our live stream, man. That's, tell me the Lord isn't here with us. The Lord is definitely with us. Definitely with us. It's not in a rush, T-Doll. Why are your comments always so negative? You've never ever say a comment that's positive. It's always something negative. They weren't in a rush. They were put together by God. They could have got married the same day they met. It would have been fine. Well, I didn't even know they were getting married until they got married. And then Kirsty showed up here a couple weeks ago and said, "Well, yeah, I haven't been around because I was getting married." It's like, whoa, didn't expect that. Really didn't expect that. Yes, he was here the other day too. He talked to me for a minute in here. T-Doll, do you have any idea about the Lord bringing people together? You don't have to get to know someone. You're very, that's a very worldly comment. When the Lord brings two people together and confirms that this is what he wants, you don't have to get to know each other. It's done. It's done. The same day that you meet, it's a done deal. That's how it works when the Lord brings people together. You're probably still out there looking for a spouse yourself, and you shouldn't do that because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need the Lord to bring one. If the Lord doesn't bring them, don't have anything to do with it. But I can't help but wonder who you are anyway, because your picture doesn't look like a real picture, and your account is almost brand new. So I wonder who you are. Yes, Kirsty's awesome. She's really awesome. If you know the Lord brought you together, you don't have to go on this long dating thing before you get married. If the Lord brought you together, you're good to go. Right? You could almost get married the day you meet if you know the Lord brought you together. It's a perfect match then. Anything the Lord puts together is perfect. You don't have to worry about it. You can just go with it. The Lord doesn't make mistakes that way. Yep. Congratulations for sure. His name is Josh. Kirsty and Josh. So that's one official marriage that happened and met in my live stream. I was so happy to hear that. That just made my day. Just made my day. So I think Pretty Marie. 3:50, and it was 4:50 here. So 6 is going to be 7 o'clock my time. Okay, so 7 o'clock. Okay. Look forward to meeting you very much, Pretty Marie, if you're still in the chat. You got a scheduled session again too on Thursday. Oh, right on. I thought you meant a scheduled session with me. I'm like, hold it now. Marie Louise, I don't have you scheduled. You mean you get your own session with somebody. I understand. I got it. Matthew 19:6. So there are no longer two but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. And no one will. Yes, you can get deceived, but they weren't. They weren't, okay? If you get deceived, it won't even happen. The Lord wasn't letting my deception go any further, so he stopped it. They weren't stopped. Yes, I did, Mr. Tojo. Yep, I did, and that's good. It must have been in his spam, like you say. That must be what happened. Mistake in life. I didn't have godly men in my life. It's a big mistake. Now I don't know anymore. Just realized be alone with nobody's last name but my own. Well, maybe. Maybe. Values for the chosen. Yep. Maybe I joined this live today just to hear that. Whipped cream fun. Yep. That's about what it is too, Jersey City Joe. A couple of bucks for that whipped cream on top. Thank you, brother. Where was it? Well, then maybe I joined the live today just to hear that. Not that I didn't believe that already. Anyways, but I've basically just been alone, struggling for the past 10 years, as of now, from ages 18 to 28. So, yep, I can relate totally. I mean, I thought my loneliness was going to end. I was sure it was over. And the one that came couldn't have been any more what I wanted, no matter what. I mean, she was, wow. She was everything I'd ever dreamed of in the world. It's still weird to me. I can't even fathom what happened. She was really perfect for me in every way. It don't make any sense why it didn't keep going. I don't get it. I don't think so, Michelle. It's been a couple months now. I don't think it's going to happen. Demons and spirits and evil forces and entities, the enemy, The enemy can just mean the whole dark kingdom. I mean, the devil and all his minions. The devil has many minions. I don't know all the creatures that exist. There's so many different things. Demons and spirits that's generally what we're dealing with. And they're the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim. The Nephilim are the offspring of the fallen angels and human women. When the Lord wiped them out with the flood, their spirits went around everywhere looking for bodies and still do to this day. She watched me on this channel and emailed me and told me she had a crush on me. And I had a video call with her and fell for her instantly. As soon as I saw her on the screen in the video call, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on in my life. And yeah, she had me right from the very moment I saw her. Because I was just, this woman emailed me saying she had a crush on me. I didn't expect too much. I just expected, some woman, whatever. I didn't expect her to be what she actually was. She was everything I ever dreamed of in the world. I don't know. I'm still confused by it all. I don't know. No, Cully, it doesn't sound like it because she's a very godly lady. Very, very godly. Very, very godly. Five, 3 to 6. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. No, see, I understand what you're trying to say, but you'd never met her. That wasn't her. She didn't deceive me and was a bad woman trying to be a good woman. That's not the case. Not at all. You're totally off. Okay. She's very, very, very godly and has proven that for years. She's not a wolf in sheep's clothing at all. She is the woman I'd want to be with. She just changed her mind. Okay. And left me. So it's confusing why it happened. I don't understand why it happened. It's not this bad woman that got sent and, she showed her true colors and all. No, that's not it. It's not it. Still be lonely even when relationship, even sometimes even more so. Comfortable place in my walk alongside Father. Yep. Okay, so everybody's just going to keep asking and asking and asking. So the only reason I got was she was very jealous and she thought I was flirting with all the women in the live streams. Okay, that's the only reason I got for her leaving. She thought I was flirting with everybody in the live streams, which I don't do at all. So I don't understand why she thought that. It's very confusing to me. But it came up over and over and over again. Right? So that's why it happened. And that's all I know. And she dumped me in the middle of a live stream. While I was actually live on the air, she dumped me. So I don't know. Yes. Thank you, Tojo. People love to reopen a wound, don't they? Let's rip that wound wide open there for Mr. Buzz and see if we can just keep on pounding it and pour some salt in there. Let's see if we can do that. Thank you, everybody. But I am fine with it. It's all over, okay? It's done. I learned my lesson from it. It's done. And what else can I say? Yeah, maybe so, Tiffany. Maybe so. Don't know. Don't know. Cats and snow. Yeah. Mr. Jacobs, okay. We got a weather alert in effect again. It's never been that there's not a weather alert in effect this year. I can't even believe this. I mean, we get a weather alert in effect once in a while, usually. It's been steady for about a month. There's been a weather alert in effect all the time. Like, without exception. It's been all the time. What's it saying now? We're going to get a ton of snow, of course. Of course. Ton of snow coming. That's just great. That's just great. Oh, it's just nonstop this year. It's hard to believe. Say the enemy. Thank you again, Jeffrey. The enemy is just, that's the umbrella term for all of it. All of it's the enemy. The enemy also includes humans. There are humans that are on that side. All the elites, all the politicians, all the ones that are in the club that you ain't in. Okay, it's a big club and you ain't in it, just like George Carlin told us. Those are your enemy too. We're supposed to pray for them. We're supposed to have understanding, but they are definitely your enemy, so be aware of them. Do not let your guard down, because they would take you out in a second if they had a chance. Well, it's the Lord has to come first no matter what. But the scripture tells us that the Lord doesn't expect a man to be alone either, right? I messed up and I had 2 marriages already, and I screwed them up. I had premarital sex both times. I completely shirked my duties as husband both times. I wasn't a very godly person back then at all. I didn't understand very much. I wasn't fit to be married, and I got married anyway twice. So I screwed up, okay? Yeah, same with you, tippy toes to nose. Okay. Nice to see you too. Hope to see you again. So the Lord has to come first in your life, no matter what. Okay? The Lord has to be your number one priority, no matter what. If you can have that and have a partner that complements it, that's the best. Because loneliness is going to set in no matter what. If you're alone, you're going to get lonely. Of course you are. You're going to get lonely. Your body's going to have urges and they're not going to be satisfied. You're going to have to deny them. You're going to spend all this time just denying that basic urge that is part of you, because the Lord didn't mean for you to be alone. The Lord meant for you to have a partner. Spend your life with that partner. But if you've messed up like I did, and you don't deserve to have that, then you won't. Right? So I made my own bed, now I got to lie in it. It's my own fault. Yes, that's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario. So, but I think my life now is just going to be this. It's going to be, I don't think the Lord's going to let me have another woman. I'm pretty sure he's not. So, same to you, Valerie. Same to you. I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm probably just going to be alone now, right? and I've accepted it. And sometimes it hits me right in the guts and it makes me want to cry. But I'll get over it eventually. I'll get over it eventually. Yeah, we've been on here for over 2 hours, so we've talked about it quite a lot. The excruciating waiting during your isolation, right? The waiting is excruciating, and you don't know why. It just never comes to an end. It just keeps going and going and going. But you're usually the problem. You're still getting angry quickly, or you're being prideful still, or you're still judging people when you shouldn't, or whatever's going on. Okay, or maybe you got a habit you haven't dropped yet. Maybe you're still drinking. Maybe you're still smoking weed, whatever it is. Maybe you're still being sexually immoral. No, Michelle is married, Ben. We're trying to get her husband to do a deliverance session with me. We're trying to get them evenly yoked. 51 and never shaken a woman's hand by choice. Wow. Well, there must be some reason for that, Milford Minty. There's a reason for that. You know, yeah, I don't think I'd bother. By the time I was 80, I don't think I'd bother. I really don't. Pretty sure I would just let it go by that time. First Corinthians 7:8. You disagree with what? Now, to the unmarried and the widows, I say, it is good for them to stay unmarried, as I do. Yep. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. End up marrying. And that's an interesting thing, too. This one that left me, she's a widow. She's literally a widow. So she was married and her husband died. And it happened, I think, 6 years before. She'd been alone for 6 years before I met her. And then, I was the first consideration of any man since her husband had died. Right? Diane, that's never true. You have to realize you reap what you sow no matter what. Everybody deserves everything they get. Everybody deserves everything they get. There's no such thing as you didn't deserve what you got. That's not true. That's impossible. The Lord made a perfect system, and everybody gets exactly what they deserve, no matter what. That is always the case. There's no mistakes made. The system is perfect at all times in every way. No such thing as I didn't deserve what I got. No. Diane, everything that happens because of something. Everybody gets exactly what they deserve. You reap what you sow, no matter what. You reap what you sow. Tiffany, I'm just telling you the truth. You reap what you sow. If something happens to a child like that, there's a reason for it. I can't explain the reason, but there's a reason for it. Everybody gets exactly what they deserve in every way, shape, and form, no matter what. It is a perfect system. It's a perfect system. There's no mistakes made. The Lord made it all perfect. It all works the way it works for his reasons that you don't understand. Okay? I don't know what the reasons are, but he does. And you're judging things on a worldly level. What happens down here does not even matter. It's only what happens in eternity that matters. Okay? It doesn't matter what happens on this earth. That's just this little tiny blip of your existence. Eternity is what matters. Eternity. Yes, we live in a fallen world. It was crazy, but then the voice in my head said, I am okay. I don't know, Andrea. I don't know anything about the future. I know nothing about the future. I said, I think the Lord is not going to let me have another woman. That's my honest belief, because I'm pretty close to the Lord, and that's the feeling he gives me, that he's not going to let me do it again. I can't explain why the Lord does things he does. It's above my pay grade to understand those things. It's above my pay grade. So I don't try to explain those things. I don't know why little kids get raped. I don't know why little kids get leukemia. I have no idea. But the Lord has his reasons for everything he does. I have no clue how to answer those questions. But I also know that this existence on earth, this physical existence, is not important. It's a tiny little blip in our existence. It's eternity that matters. Where our soul goes afterwards, that matters. Okay, so whatever happens to you down here, big deal. It's nothing in the big scheme of things. Yes, Johnny. Yes, Tojo, I know it was a joke, but the voice in your head saying you're okay. I get it. I get the irony of it. But it could be read seriously too. You could take that both ways. It could actually be meant seriously. That could be too, Melanie. That's I don't even understand 2% of that stuff. So I don't try to give the answers to that. I don't know why God allows things that he allows. I don't know. It's coming upon the church and everyone was going to die. You should go to bed early or not eat too much sweet stuff. The parents know why. We reap what we sow, plain and simple. You reap what you sow. Sitting around thinking that I got unjustly treated by this world, it's not helpful. It's not true. The Lord has his reasons. Everything that happened to you, he allowed to happen to you. So if you're saying you don't deserve it, you're saying that the Lord was wrong. You're going against God and saying that he's done some injustice to you. No, he hasn't. He's done exactly what's right. Always. Always, no matter what. I'm not saying it's pleasant to go through. Of course it's not. But if it happened, there's a reason it happened. Nothing happens just because of chance or anything. Nothing happens by chance. You have your free will, and whatever you sow, you will reap. It's the way it works. The Lord made the system totally perfect. Absolute perfection in every way. There's never anything wrong. It's always perfect. Yes. That's right, Tojo. Totally. Totally. To get you ready for dust bunnies later on. Get you ready for those dust bunnies. So, like a weaned childless mother, like a weaned child, I am content. That was the point of one of my videos a couple weeks ago. There are certain things that are just too big, or they're above your pay grade. So don't even try to answer them. Don't try to justify them. Don't try to rationalize them. You can't. You can't. You got to let them go. You got to realize you don't understand that stuff. Oh, wow. There's another donation I didn't see. Jennifer Brown, thank you so much for your generosity. That was an Interac e-transfer, so I can't actually send back a thank you for that. So I got to do it this way. Jennifer, if you're in the chat, thank you so much for your generosity. Was there a message with it? Maybe there was. Thank you for your live streams. I watch them every day, right on. So she probably is in the chat right now. So thank you, Jennifer. Much appreciated. And now God is making me see things a whole lot differently. I realize He has something better for me. We are two different paths. I'm on the spiritual path. Saved from the world. I didn't say everything is perfect. I said God's system is perfect. No, the world is far from perfect. The world is in a fallen state. I never said the world is perfect. God's system is perfect. Okay, God's system of justice is perfect. So if you do the right thing at all times, you'll have good outcomes at all times. But when you don't do the right thing, that incorrect action that you've done, it builds up and then it causes other ripples in things and they come back at you, right? It is reaping what you sow. He is a just God. Everything is perfect justice all the time. All the time. Well, that's because of generational curses and stuff. Be prepared. You're forgetting about that stuff. Okay, if things happen to children, it can be because of generational curses and stuff. Okay, so there is a certain amount of responsibility that we have to carry for our bloodline. That's just the way things are. That's part of the perfect system, right? That's how it is. Yeah, look what Jesus had to do. He had to come down and die for us. So, I mean, it's too big for us to answer all these things. It's way too big for a human brain to comprehend these things. That's why you got to say, it's above my pay grade. I can't answer these things. It's too big for me. And let it go. Don't even bother with this. That's my favorite one of all your jokes, Tojo. I love that one. That's the best one. That's right, Melanie. People don't realize all the little things they do. That's building up and causing a future disaster, right? All these little times where you're getting angry at people and losing your temper, or you're being racist against somebody, or whatever you're doing, being prideful, being greedy, you're envying somebody, you're one every day, one little glitch every single live stream. No matter what, there's one every time. It's so bizarre why that has to happen every single live stream. I don't get it. But it happens every single one. Okay, so I'm going to have to go actually and feed the furry ones now. I have an appointment at 11 o'clock and it's 10:22. That's not much time, so best get to feeding them furry ones. Because of sin. That's what I heard. Well, of course it's because of sin, Grace. That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. People reap what they sow. That's totally correct. Right on, Jersey City Joe, my main man. We'll see you from Tommy's probably. I'll see if I can get them to play some Motown down there so we're not listening to Black Betty again. See what I can do about that. So good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the generosity of those who donated today. Very much appreciate that. But I appreciate everybody who spent time here. Yep, please hit that like button. Smashery is much appreciated as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, no Black Betty today, we hope. And I will see you soon, probably from Tommy's. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.